hopefully if you missed it, you signed off, you'll come back and listen to it later. Nino Brown, I say once the reverse carry trade unwinds and we see a large dip in the market and Bitcoin, do you think XRP will dip before it takes off? There's going to be volatility. That's all I know. Does it go down? Does it go up? Or could you buy more? Look, here's how I talk about this. Okay, and this is how I think about it too. Because I dollar cost average just like everybody else. Are you really going to be mad if you bought XRP at $1.30 or 90 cents? $1.40 or $1? $1.40 or 50 cents? If you bought Bitcoin at either one of those prices, do you really think you care? You don't. You don't care. You don't think about, I wish I had got it just a little bit cheaper. I would have had a little bit more. You got hundreds of millions of dollars. You don't care. So people that are, worried about buying the dip or getting the best price or this, that, and the other, we're building a product for that at DWP. Okay, we're working with Arch Lending to be able to average into the market with your cash position there to be able to trade off of candles and get you the best price over whatever period, if that's your biggest concern. But for me, personally, I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. And I know people, that could be a big difference if you had $100,000 to deploy, at $1.40 versus $1. Look, it is. I get it. But when XRP is worth $100,000 or $1 million, you're not going to care. You're going to have more money than you know what to do with. And as long as you understand capital preservation, you have a mission statement, core values, principles, you set up your family office, you're working with good professionals, you've done things the right way, you understand insurance and trusts and taxes and all the other fun stuff, it's not going to matter how much you got. Your family's going to be set for multiple generations. And you thinking about I'm going to wait for the dip, you could miss the whole thing if you're waiting for the dip. And that would be a much bigger mistake than just dollar cost averaging in. So maybe you leave 10%, 20%, 30% for the dip that we may or may not see. Highly recommend that you have some allocation before this thing goes. And again, can't give you financial advice. This is just me talking to myself because I have these same thoughts. I'm like, well, maybe I could get a little bit more if I wait for the dip. I've been here too long. I've played that game too many times. You just look at the people that, didn't buy it at 50 cents in November of 2024 before it took off and then bought it at 70 or